Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Rule Waves as Germany episode, or Rule Waves 2 as Germany episode number 52. In Iceland, an icy reception, as I believe I titled the previous video. And I've been able to read some of the comments already for that one, but at this point I have to start accruing a bunch of videos, so just a heads up that we may not have as many, I may not be able to respond to comments in the video, at least. I mean, in the actual comment section I will, but I won't be able to utilize the information from the comments as much in the days that come, since I have to prepare for being out of town for a bit. Anyways, this battle is going pretty well. I think that we've gotten very lucky as to do some pretty severe damage to this Franklin. She's still firing away, so I'm guessing it's something like well, if she's firing away, it's not electrical power. Something engine-related, perhaps. Whatever it is, it's not... I don't think it'll end up being a really big deal. And we're getting our battle line kind of sorted out here. We'll see. I mean, she's under speed again. So basically all we need to wait and see is when are these carriers going to launch their big load? That's the question. And the answer is unknown. Well, it is unknown for the moment. We can probably just check here. Looks like 11 minutes for one of these to get going, 12 minutes. So in 12 minutes time, they'll be up in the air. One more minute for them, for this one to start turning. So now they should actually start going. And the Valley Forge is being hit, so that's also good. We don't care about doing substantial damage, as I already said. We have obviously the huge benefit of having our carriers in the area. And maybe they have their carriers in the area. We don't really know, but I'm kind of assuming not. Good. So this damage is very good. I did expect to best them. We have many more 16-inch guns trained on them than they on us. And they have many more targets. We can kind of focus fire, which, you know, has its negatives in that fire control is not always easy. If you don't know whose shells are landing where, it's harder to really figure out who's being on target, who's not. Anyway, your miss on the... Yeah, I don't want these destroyers to be lost, so I will pull them back now that the Franklin appears to be underway. And I want her really to be safe. That should make it much more difficult. Ah, 2 more hits on the Valley Forge. That is a substantial achievement. Good job, Blucher. Not that we're expecting too much damage. Again, this is all just a placeholder. Wait for the big guns, and in this case, the big guns are the little guys. But wait for the aircraft to arrive. So we should see some activity on that front now. They are turning east. We see the group of dive bombers have deployed. They're not, I think they're going not coordinated, so probably is a good time now to also see what we have left and maybe prepare. Oh, they only have one. So I think that the other ones are still being prepared. Now, I don't know how much damage we've already done, but it does kind of make sense if they're retreating. I mean, this is the old battlefield psychology, the thing which gets so many people in trouble, in fact, is if they're retreating, I should probably be advancing. Should always keep in contact. Which is not necessarily true. I think it is true for us in this case, though. We see that we know that Rochester, what is this? So these destroyers are probably going to go in and just sink an already sinking bunch of battle cruisers. Yeah, that's not what the Valley Forge wanted to see. 3 hits. Tirpitz! Fantastic. The more I read Massey's Dreadnought, the more I think Tirpitz was actually just a big a-hole. Very concerned about leading Germany in the wrong direction. It's kind of funny that in World War II they named ships after them. I mean, I guess it was a huge influence over the German Navy, but very misdirected, as I think it was already discovered by the Germans. They already know that it was not, in the end, a good option to challenge Great Britain. Valley Forge. The Franklin is actually now the one getting away, and the Valley Forge is the one who's really taking the punishment. As these things sometimes go, you know, you sometimes have this event where, let's bring you back in. The relief force, the rescue force, ends up being the one that dies, and the one who supposedly needed rescuing ends up being just fine. So hopefully the Song Kaiser will just eventually split off, so I can just send her home directly. I mean, she can actually be used to just pummel sinking ships, so they aren't targets for future air raids. Yeah, and that reminds me, when the carriers do return, yeah, we do want them to go, oh, they're going 26 in this direction. So, yeah, a little bit more southwest versus west. These guys are just simply never going to reach the battle in time. Your max speed is 28. Let's take you up to 27 even. Really push that. Okay. Well, speaking of the Franklin getting away. Wow. That is not a good situation for her. 2 turrets down. I don't know if she had those turrets. That might have been 2 turrets destroyed in the same minute. Which, boy, I mean, imagine being on the American vessel when 2 of your turrets are suddenly ignited. Okay, Valley Forge. They're definitely trying to flee, which means, yeah, I think it's fair for us to try to engage. We are looking for carriers. So this is a nice long-range engagement. It's really probably how I should be engaging with my Sternbringers. Just have a hard time bringing myself to do that. For, I don't even know why. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, wow, a North Carolina. Well, those are very, very scary. If that is indeed actually a North Carolina, it might be a false identification. We're going to give that a wide berth. And that's, I think, the Rochester. But if that's the only thing... Wow. So this thing is already firing at the lead Blucher. Who Schlachtschiff has not landed any hits this battle, has she? I don't know. Maybe she has. That's her punishment. Guys up to 9. Another superstructure hit. In the process of killing the captain, I guess. So where? There they are. You can see the line of aircraft. It's going to be brutal when they actually get up. So what do we have now? We have 2 torpedo bomber groups ready. Now we can really launch these far beyond. This is going to give us, hopefully, a little bit of time. Let's not launch it yet, though. I'm going to say here, but I'm not going to launch that strike yet. I want to give this air group a little bit of time to do the damage. And when they're on the return, that's when I think I'll launch the next one. Which I'm just, in my head, I'm approximating that as exactly the halfway point between their next mission, between finishing one mission and going back out. Oh, okay. This Franklin claims to be sinking. She is not. But you can see why we might think that with probably a lot of smoke billowing from those turrets and such. So this is kind of what I wanted to do. Get close enough to identify these. I'm still looking for, prowling about, I would say even, for the American carriers. Should they have any in this battle. So I'm going to send my destroyer with the battlecruisers here. Wow. Schlachtschiff, you're just having you're not having a good time. And you can see that, okay, 3 heavy hits is not as terrible as I'm making it out to be, but they are noted. They are well noted. Another one, geez, just target practice here. Yeah, but I think that this is going to be okay. Interesting. Wonder how many aircraft she's launching. But it won't matter anyway, since unless it's fighters, dive bombers, or torpedo bombers, I don't care. They can scout me all they want. They already know where I am. Their ships see me. how does that putting things in very succinct? Here's the succinct summary. Their ships see me, therefore scouting aircraft don't mean anything to me. Unless they actually have an aircraft carrier group, even light carriers, anything that can launch, threatening aircraft. I don't care even if they know where my carriers are. So, is it halfway point? No, not yet. We'll wait a couple more minutes. Now, if we drive straight, we will not lose too much in terms of... I think I'm going to do it. We're going to go just due south. And the reason I'm going to do this is to actually narrow my profile to the North Carolina, who is actually, having turned south herself, has eliminated her own ability to engage us. So, an interesting decision. And look at that. Finally, the Slock skiff has had enough of North Carolina's whatevers business and has given her 2 16-inch shells to think about. These aren't the enormous 17-inch shells of the Sternbringer, but hey, 16, 17, you're talking about them both are very, very big. Here comes the aircraft, by the way. They're going to hit the battle cruisers. Unfortunately, not. It doesn't look like the North Carolina herself, but that's okay. It looks like our guns may end up doing some of that, so, which is good. Is North Carolina going to swing west again? Yeah. As expected. Not a surprise. Let's get these guys on a little bit more of a parallel course. Here comes the escorts. And they have not found any aircraft above, I don't think. 23 taking a hit. Okay, let's pull her back. Just want to preserve these as much as possible. They're kind of my scouts. They're my forward scouts. Obviously, they're giving me a little bit of better line of sight. Pushing that boundary a little bit further. Arena has taken a few hits here. Yeah, with the one turret disabled, but actually having some flooding and all that. Luckily, we are also damaging this Valley Forge. So the Franklin, she has lost all 3 of her turrets. My god. Okay, here we go. Near misses. A little bit lucky there. And the Franklin. Thank goodness. I don't want her to get away. It's a very bizarre war, by the way. I was thinking about it after the last recording. Just kind of like throughout my day, I think about Rule the Waves, how my campaign's going sometimes. It's a very strange war. The Americans are so beaten, you would think that unless the pressure is coming from the German government to continue, and you would think that that is the case based on the responses I keep giving, just a few more months and they're beaten. But you would expect that the Americans would just kind of plead for peace. Like, we don't want to fight anymore. There's no point. We have no navy left. You even expect them to do something like what the Germans did. Just completely shelter their navy. And not even, like, bother. Because they just aren't having any luck. But the game does not allow a fleet to do that. And I think that'd be cool. I think that would be kind of a fun dynamic to have the fleet shelter. Okay, this Valley Forge is not having a good day. Here comes our naval strike force. It makes sense that the fighters arrive first. They are fast, right? Should be. So we're basically just going to pursue the North Carolina, even though... Okay, so that's probably the best thing for us to do, is actually get this group of torpedo bombers. Something like this. We just need to make sure that it's in range. What's their range? Oh, wow, 232. Wow, so, I mean, there's almost nothing I can choose that's not close enough for them. Yeah, 120 is still fine. Okay, let's launch that. So the aircraft are about to arrive, so. This Rochester is undamaged, so we are dividing ourselves here, maybe a little bit unnecessarily. Can these 2 Blukers take on the 1 North Carolina? I believe so. That's funny. It claims it's Valley Forge. Oh, yeah. Never mind. It is. We finally actually destroyed one of our turrets. Okay, that's another good hit. These are the ones that I want. I want any kind of damage against North Carolina. Now, pursuing her like this reminds me of how our Sternbringers have a grave weakness of their own. They cannot fire behind them. So this North Carolina in her retreat, and let's not blame the Americans for making such a vessel. If I were the Americans with all the vessels that they have and all that, I would absolutely be on the same page as them, thinking there's not a chance we're going to have to retreat. Well, they just happened to run into another Navy who thought the same way, and who started off, you know, really honestly, slightly at least on the underdog scale. So at least they should have expected it to be parallel lines fighting each other, not them being pursued. And, you know, even if they are in parallel lines, those three turrets can fire just as effectively. So, yeah, anyways, this Valley Forge, I'm surprised that she hasn't, like, just completely pulled off the line. Oh, boy. Well, that's probably curtains for her. Like, that, just being hit by, it looks like 5 16 shells in one turn. Usually enough to end your involvement in any action. This North Carolina is just making things very difficult on herself. Oh, she was actually able to fire. Holy cow, that's some angle. Our aircraft are kind of over the top but not doing anything. Okay, here we go. Whoa. Okay. Where are they? Can I see them? Look for blue dots. So they do have a carrier force somewhere. I don't see the blue dots. Are they there? I don't want to wait too long trying to figure it out, but hey, it's nice to see that our cap is our escorts. I think it's our escorts actually who are doing the job. Are kind of helping us out here in a big way. Okay, good. And we have very good protection over everything but our battlecruisers. But even our battlecruisers have some... No, these guys don't have dual-purpose guns. Not yet. We will refit them, but for now they don't. So Valley Forge is probably going down. She probably... I mean, she's on smoking on fire. She's not officially sinking yet, but... Okay. Torpedo bomb the DD. No hits! No! I actually really want them to hit these destroyers. And they don't have dual-purpose guns, even. But 6 and 4, 4 and 7, this is actually still a pretty substantial amount of anti-aircraft. Looks like we are going after these guys. Oh, wow. Okay, that's already going to be very, very helpful. Who is she firing at? Yeah, okay, she's still firing at the Blukers. That's good. That AMC is actually Navy. So I think we'll head south here. We'll turn in. I might even just redirect fire. This thing is going down, I'm pretty sure. So let's go ahead and do that. Well, yeah, if you can engage that, then do that instead. And now the job of the S-23 and the other Teutoburger Valds is really important. We want to find the enemy aircraft carriers. Supposedly that they have. That little scouting, that little report of us, you know, being able to shoot at some... Our escorts shooting at some torpedo bombers or whatever in the area. It's very telling. Oh, good, 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 good. Very important to take these destroyers out. They're almost more threatening than even the battleships. It's certainly more threatening than the battle cruisers. So Arminius is hitting this unidentified ship. Rochester. Good, good. I'm glad we're aiming at the Rochester now. Okay, here we go. No bomb hits, darn it. Steward was hit though. Sorry, Steward. 1,600 tons. She's a tough bird. Song Kaiser is hitting unidentified ship. Fantastic. She looks like a small one. Hull was hit. Ah, but turret disabled. Okay, so let's pull you off just temporarily. You've taken a few hits, so let's pull you back. No bomb hits again. Somebody on the forums reported, okay, I was just about to say that dive bombers are not very useful, but hey, we got 2 hits. This is on the, I believe, the Walker, what was it called? The Franklin. North Carolina is actually coming back this way. No bomb hits, dive bombers, just taking damage in general. Oh, you took some damage, so we'll pull you back into the fold. Aha! So where are they? Yep, we see them. 9 dive bombers. Okay. Well. We don't have secondary. Yep, so basically it's going to be up to... Well, I mean, I guess they just basically have free reign. Unless our escorts do something, we don't have any protection. None of our aircraft here are equipped, so we'll probably just have to take this one on the chin. Rochester's still doing a very good job of engaging us. But 2-1, I hope we can pull that one out. 3 more 16-inch shells landing on the... Now, 1 torpedo is probably not enough to do anything to her. Again, we're most interested, though, in where are their carriers. Okay. Our torpedo bombers have landed a torpedo against this already sinking vessel, I would say. I have a really interesting decision here. I can save this and leave it for the Rhine, and then continue to proceed south with our battlecruisers here to look for their carrier group. And I think I'm going to do that. Did we have any reports of carriers? No, not a single one. Which means if they're anywhere, they're pretty far away. So we searched pretty far. Yeah, that's actually really impressive. How did we not see that? Oh wow, we hit the Stewart with a torpedo. Well, she may survive momentarily, but that is a lot of damage. North Carolina is probably going to be okay with... Oh, we're taking evasive maneuvers. Another torpedo. Wow, this is going well. Rochester getting hit. I think we are going to leave her. Rochester's like one of those... If she survives this, I'm not too upset. I'd much rather hunt down their carriers. Carrier actions. Imagine this if the Americans didn't have any fighters in the air. Actually, the game might do this balancing thing where it doesn't allow me to fight with my carriers. You know, nighttime or something. Stewart looks like she's going down. Actually, the North Carolina is already sinking. Amazing. Maybe she didn't have torpedo protection. Obviously something I recommend, but... So we will just neglect that one and keep heading south. Keep heading... Looking out for those carriers. And... I don't know if these destroyers are now as important. I will send... You know what? I am going to send this whole group over to take care of this mess. So that... my destroyers don't have to go. I don't know if that sounds... If that's a weird thing. But I want my destroyers available to scout. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. And this is the... Oh wow, we already have lost identification of North Carolina. After being so sure of what she was for a very long time, something we don't know, we no longer know, but that's fine. This Rochester is now taking quite a few hits. Really, that's all I wanted to do is tilt the scales enough in my favor so that when the Rhine encounters her, there's no question about who's going to win. That was the only goal of these shells. Well, I mean, once I had decided that we want to continue the search for the carriers. And it's another torpedo on a sinking, but that's fine. I mean, that not too unexpected. Could it be another? Yes, she's starting to accrue quite a few. Hopefully, they're all on one side, so she lists and capsizes a little bit faster rather than evening her flooding out, so that she's around for the next wave, which I don't want. I didn't actually expect her to be sinking. I sent my next group of torpedo bombers that way. Okay. I'm kind of like taking a look at these designs. It's very cool, by the way. Very cool. And these are done. They're coming in from the northwest. So maybe the carriers are over here? Let's keep moving you west, because that will put you less in line with the Rochester here. Oh, the Rhine's not even alone. I forgot. She has a buddy with her. Okay, let's see what happened. Aha, we took a couple of bomb hits here on the Blucher. 40 light A. I don't understand this system. I don't want to go back through the log, but I believe that I was having some aircraft take damage. No, maybe not. So 9 light AA didn't do any hits. 14 light AA didn't do any hits. I just want to start to get a feel for what is... Yeah, so one light aircraft, I mean, it's random, right? So it can happen, but 14 light AA destroyed an aircraft. Just playing the numbers here. 1 and 2 obviously didn't do anything. So one aircraft was damaged with 4 light AA guns. And 24 medium AA only damaged 1 aircraft. That actually doesn't seem right. And then 12 light AA didn't do anything. 10 light AA, 10 light AA. Okay, and then basically 40 damage 1. Well, it's alright. We'll probably peel the Arminius off if she's targeted too many other times. I kind of think we should just return and start doing more strikes. Or we could just huddle up. We don't have any anti-aircraft though, really. That's the big problem. I need this group to actually arrive on station so that we can use her cap. Oh, they hit... Oh no! Well, you are going to slow down the cruise even to 10 knots and start heading back. Can we... I don't know if they count these AVs as like less than as destroyers? No, surely they count them as something that we can engage with big guns without a penalty. Okay, you're kind of engaging the wrong thing here. I think she's gonna make it. Maybe not after another one though. Definitely pull her back. Oh, wow, we're actually attacking dive bomb. Ah, no bomb hits. Damn. Oh, I see. One of the 16-inch shells hit this. Well, that's not going to be a good time for her. 2 bomb hits on the Franklin. Well, that's not useful. Another 16-inch hit on this seaplane tender. She's only 2,700 tons. I'm imagining 2 16-inch shells are just going to ruin her. God, so that just sounds horrible. So the one torpedo did destroy the Stewart. So this is just a mission to destroy the hull then, I guess. Bomb hit on the North Carolina. Franklin's still being targeted. We don't want her targeted anymore. I mean, we can probably turn around. Oh yeah, right. No, we can't because we're in pursuit. I'm hunting wabbits. I'm hunting carriers. How are you doing, buddy? Alright, just get out of here. You can torpedo the hell out of Franklin just to do something with your torpedoes if you'd like. I give you permission. Oh god, she's still getting creamed. They all are, though. Should be spotting this the battle cruiser soon. Good. Arminius. What do we want to do with you? You're actually pretty okay. So we're going to send you back over this way to destroy the Franklin, I guess. Stewart class. I would like them to be firing at the Hull class here. But I don't feel like they should just have them focus on it. Okay, let's have the Blucher target the Hull. So a couple of those hits should really ruin her day. Unsighted? Oh, okay. That's... Where are they exactly? Yeah, we're heading right for them. Stewart, yeah, okay. Those are the ones we expect to hit. We want to hit with the hull. Okay, 1 sec. Okay, so as I see it, we're probably ganging up a little too much on the sinking ships, but I haven't really done a good job of eliminating them. That's what this search party is for. I mean, because what I really want to do is use these aircraft to actually have them just blow by everything in a search for this missing carrier group. And I can do an out and back recon mission with any number of the torpedo and dive bombers that we want. So this group of 12 that's ready, I mean that's not ready but is unready, I think we're going to get them readied up. That seems to make sense to me. These fighters on the top that are part of the Nordrhein-Westfalen, I think that this is the cap group. So although it's a very good, ready, strong group, squadron, I'm not going to touch that. So I'm going to touch the bottom ones instead and get them ready for escort duty. So the mission none, that's why I'm expecting that those are supposed to be for cap. So we'll get these two readied. And let's specifically turn on heavy for the load of these dive bombers, even though there's only one of them. So what I could do is with the other group of torpedo bombers, it's one group, only one is ready. I could do a recon mission, and I kind of suspect... Okay, my gut feeling is that the carriers are just further to the southwest. However, the aircraft keep coming in, approaching from this northwest. Now that might just be because their mission took them too far that way, and then they had to redirect. So it's very hard to say. Surprised that the Song Kaiser hasn't detached yet. Surprised and a little bit annoyed. Okay, North Carolina's taking some more hits. I don't really know if it's the best idea for us to waste our ammunition on her. But I guess, what's our ammunition looking like? 50%, so it's still probably okay. Alright, let's just go ahead and tell these guys not to fire for a little bit. You are going to make it, yeah, so we'll just keep you limping along. We can probably get you up to 14 without causing any problems. Let's get you over and destroy... Ooh! You are not going to be able to destroy that because basically it's under protection. So the mission was here to sink the hull. And where is this? Well, I wonder what's going on here. I really want that Sankt Kaiser to detach. The Steward is already sinking. I think that this ship is already sinking as well. She's not, actually supposedly not sinking yet. Okay, there's a 12-inch hit. That's good. Just want to make sure that she goes down. She's holding a few... Wow. Arminius is actually still hitting the... North Carolina just turned. She's slowly moving, actually. I'd like them both to focus on the hull class if that was possible, but I don't think that that's going to be possible. So I sent these guys, they're going to be kind of like my Western Patrol group. So I might bring the Arminius back to kind of help out. I mean, if this is two groups, we really shouldn't be moving together. We should be moving in different directions. Fan out so we can try to find out where these carriers are. And we already have one going south over here, so we should really send this guy west. Okay, Stewart, we're again most interested in the hull. I wonder if I should activate these guys and try to get them to sink the hull. Okay, got this unidentified ship. Very good. Unfortunately, both of our second wave torpedo bombers seem to have focused on this ship. She's still cooking along, actually. But let's just go ahead and end her as a... This is the... Yeah, battlecruiser. Okay, so what other sighting reports do we have? Importantly, are there any sighting reports? Most importantly, are there any sighting reports of a carrier? No. I mean, I guess we can see the report from here. The transport one is interesting, but I'm pretty sure that is the AV, which we have now. I mean, I don't think it's sunk quite yet, but it's definitely on its way down. Yeah, we haven't really left much to take care of the destroyers, sadly. I'm actually very happy with us engaging. Oh, nope, that's the AMC. She's still kicking around too. So I guess we'll have these two combine forces and go over here for the Franklin and all that. We'll get this group to move a little bit closer to the hull. Yeah, we are pursuing these. That's good. The destroyers are doing well. You know, the carriers have actually made their way fairly far down there, which I'm happy to see. We have a group of 12 which is ready, a group of 11 which are not. We can get them ready. And another group of 11, that's the cap though, again, so we'll leave them for now. And this group of 6 is ready, so we'll go ahead and just ready these dive bombers. And that's a wave that I wouldn't mind launching all three together. Dive bombers with torpedo bombers with some escorts. I do need to zoom out, you know, fairly often in order to make sure that we're not actually sighting the carriers, because I'm not able to read the... Well, at the rate I'm trying to play, it's not going to be easy to spot the carriers. Okay, so that's the destroyers. These guys are separating off. We are definitely hunting them. Where are you? I really want the Song Kaiser to move back, too. It's the funny thing. Oh, okay, there we go. We got the Rochester now. She should be in, like, terrible shape. I mean, she's taken, I think, 2 torpedoes on top of whatever the first fire stuff we landed with her was. So for now, just keep sailing like that. Yeah, I think that she's going to be done for very quickly. North Carolina is sunk, so I am going to activate this fire again. Obviously, we want to just take care of this hull. We'll see what they do. Yeah, good. So, oh, a 16-inch hit. Oh, well, that's painful. Okay, wow. That's probably already enough if those actually did hit. A 16-inch shell on the poor destroyer. It is 1,800 tons, so it is possible for them to absorb 1 or 2 of those. Maybe 2. But not too many more than that. So the cap stuff is, I think, starting to get out of control. Doesn't look like there's much control left for the carrier. Oh, Franklin just got swatted by Arminius. That's right. Okay, so let's get you close enough to launch your torpedoes, since I guess the destroyers that were protecting her are no longer. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything in this report. Nope. Yeah, Rochester's definitely going down. And we're hitting the hole. So I just wanted to move this way. Obviously, I wanted to avoid her torpedoes. And now we can move back in order to continue. Okay, that's the destroyer, I believe. But I want to take this very seriously, so we're going to swap places. Arminius will go north. We've been doing such a number on the Rochester that, well, she already got hit by some stuff as well. I think, honestly, I think our best bet is kind of probably to shift left a little bit. And this is going to keep going, but I'm going to put a cut in here, since otherwise this will go on for more than, you know, an hour and 20 minutes or something. And I have to have some kind of limit on my videos, even the battle ones. So until the next video, thanks for watching, and take care.